Today I will explain what Guksondo is. What's the difference between yoga and Guksondo, or sometimes somebody calls just Sondo. Guk means like nation. A long time ago, nation was the center of the most people. So we used Guksondo, but anyway, it means Sondo. And I think you have heard Zen Buddhism. Zen Buddhism is actually Zen. Zen pronunciation is Japanese. So when the Buddhism was introduced about 200 years ago or 300 years ago, Japanese Buddhism was spread. So Zen Buddhism is Zen pronunciation. Actually, the Chinese pronunciation is Chan. So in China, it is called Chan Buddhism. In Korea is Sun Buddhism. Or in Korean, Sun Bulgyo. So Sun, Chan, Zen is the same pronunciation. Zen Buddhism is a little different from the original Buddhism in India. When the Zen Buddhism, Indian Buddhism, come to China, it was mixed with Taoistic ideas in Far East area. When you say East Asia or Northern East Asia means China, Korea, and Japan. These three countries have the same philosophy or same culture. So it is called Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism. But actually Taoism is the original cultural background of these three countries. So when the Buddhism come to China, it was mixed and they have some very common ground. So Zen Buddhism, when you say Zen Buddhism, it means it has element of Taoist ideas. So these three philosophy or these three religion has some common ground. Especially if you come to Korea, you can see these three cultures really mixed. But these three philosophy or religion usually don't have any conflicts between them, easily mixed. And I think this is from the characteristic of these religion. These religion, I think Taoism is centered on nature, and Buddhism is thinking over or meditating on our mind or mentality or spirit. And Confucianism is focused on relationship between people. So we don't have much interest in God or heavenly God. We usually have the very natural world. Among these, Taoistic ideas is very scientific, I think, because in Taoism, it is very emphasized to focus on nature. So follow the nature, resemble nature, and we are in the nature. Actually, human beings are not the lord of this globe. We are the product of this nature. And we live on this globe. We come from the water, all the life come from water and on this globe. In a sense, we hang on this globe. We can never be the lord of this globe. So anyway, in Far Eastern countries, even the sports, or sometimes many Western people, these Far Eastern sports or exercise is translated martial arts. But I think it's a wrong translation. Why? Because our exercise is kind of culturing. Tao means way, big way, or principle. So physical exercise is not just for the physical health. I mean, in our culture, body and mind is just one, a wholeness. We don't have any separation. So I think you also have heard the Kung Fu by the Bruce Lee, I think you already know, or Song Yong. So when you think or when you imagine Kung Fu, you can easily think it is connected to the physical exercise or kicking or defending or physical exercise, so it's called martial arts. Martial means war. But actually, the Kung Fu is a Chinese pronunciation. In Chinese letter, Kung Fu is very interesting. If you literally translate the Kung Fu into English, it is studying. How can you imagine from Kung Fu studying? What does that mean? It means in olden times, in these East Asian countries, studying is not just using our brain, just reading books or writing books. All the scholars, with using their brain, also they exercising or cultivating body together. So most of all the scholars can do physical exercise and deep breathing meditation. And so in these three countries, metaphysical philosophy and medicine and physical exercise had the same philosophy. For example, yin yang or five way, something like that. Many Western people mistake yin yang with yoga, Indian yoga, but actually no. Yin yang ideas come from East Asia. So anyway, the point is in Gukseondo or Hapkido or Taekwondo or Gendo or Judo, they have the same ending pronunciation, Do. In Chinese pronunciation is Tao or Dao, or Taoism. So Hapkido or Taekwondo or Gendo, Judo, it is called martial arts. But actually it's not a martial arts. It's a Tao. Tao means big principle, big way. So our physical exercise is always cultivate our body resembling the or follow the big principle, big way. So it's not a fighting or just defending. So in this sense, Gukseondo is very wholeness exercise. Gukseondo is composed of three parts. The first one it looks like yoga, stretching and patting or twisting or bending. So it is we're using a lot of muscles, even inner muscles, developing our inner muscles. And the warm down exercise too. And between the warm down and warm exercise, we have the breathing meditation. Actually, this is the longest part, about 40 minutes. Our meditation also is different from Zen Buddhist meditation or Hinduistic yoga style. It's a little different. all our meditation also contains yin yang and five hang. It is called in Korean O hang, five hang. So our exercise, mind and body cultivation or exercise always goes together. So this is a little different from Indian yoga. Actually, Indian yoga is one of the section or branch of the Indian Hinduism. Yoga starts from the cultivate their spirit. In Buddhism, of course, it has a very large spectrum, but among them, most of them emphasize purify our spirit, like a Western Christianity. So asceticism has come from cultivating our spirit. So most of these dualism, mind is much more important and body is inferior, and mind is superior. So we should purify our heart or spirit. In Western philosophy, like in Plato, ideal word, like a spiritual word, spirit is much more important than physical body. In extreme case, he said our body is the prison of the spirit. So these kind of philosophy or religion emphasize only cultivating or perfecting the spirit. Body is nothing. Body has any meaning. So in order to purify the spirit, in yoga, they give in some sense, torture their body. So in yoga practice, you can see a lot of very strange or very difficult physical exercise. The reason why they have so difficult physical exercise come from asceticism. Torture or make lots of pressure or push down, depress the body, we can purify our spirit. So body is dirty, body is the root of sin. So we have to get over the great physical body. But in Guksondo or in northeastern countries' philosophy, there is no separation between mind. So in our Guksondo, we need the natural posture and natural movement. So in our exercise, don't try to force your body. Just follow the master or instructor within reach. Don't get over your lines. So natural posture movement is very important. And in our exercise, we emphasize the tanjan. Tanjan means like a field of energy. This is the lower tanjan. This is all the field of energy. For example, when the singers practice songs, their energy not from just neck, from the abdomen. So abdomen power is very important. And even in the muscles, core muscles actually around these parts. If you have a strong abdomen muscle, it can help your waist and spine. So, and even the picture, when they throw the balls, they don't use only the arms. Their power comes from the tanja, this abdomen, or they the power from the foot to the arm and through the leg and come to the arm and to the hand. So this part is a pivot of our energy and power. So strengthen these abdomen is very important. So when we bend or twist or extend or contract, the center part is always here. For example, when you twist to the left, not twist to your shoulder, twist to your tanja, like this and this. Always focus on here. And this is very important part we have to remember when you practice. So I call there are three parts: breath and movement and attention. These three parts always goes together. I call these three a Trinity. Even when we breathing meditation, these three parts goes together. And when you move, when you exercise, physical exercise, we always, these three parts go together. For example, when you stand both legs and spread the legs and up and bend, even at this time, we start from the inhale and shake and exhale. When you come back, exhale. So breath always goes together. So when I guide your exercise, I always give the boys inhale and exhale. So breath goes together with our movement. And the most important thing, when you move, we always try to send it to some part. It means attention, our consciousness goes together. So when you do exercise, as for me, when I pat my leg or thank my leg, I always attend to my leg, my body. So through this exercise, I can turn my attention to my body. Actually, in our all-day life or daily life, in daytime, we usually, our attention always go toward external world. So through this exercise, we turn into our body, even our internal organs. So when you move exercise, always our attention goes together. So attention, breath, and movement always goes together. Especially in our breathing meditation, we just don't just stay only one place like this. Especially in Zen Buddhism, just the same posture a long time. But we never do that. We usually move, change our motion together with breathing. At one time, one posture, it takes about 2 minutes or sometimes 5 minutes. But anyway, we change the motions in breathing meditation. So this Trinity is very important. Yeah, this is the short introduction to our Kuksanda. So I explained several special features in our Kuksanda. Thank you very much.